cold worm in there. This shit out. Hi guys. So today we're going to do a little bit of a helmet discussion slash review, reviewing very specifically the Simpson Mod Bandit, but Hellfire. It's a Simpson Mod Bandit Hellfire. But generally speaking, I've got 3 helmets I've been wearing for quite some time, so I want to kind of do a little bit of a comparison and really talk about the Simpson. I know it's relatively new to the market. A couple of videos that I've seen, kind of some contradictory statements about whether it's loud or quiet, blah, blah, blah. I did about 1,800 miles on it a month ago. And yeah, so we'll just kind of cover that and you know, give you my opinion, give you some food for thought, and go from there. You can do what you want with it. We'll start out with my first modular helmet. This bad boy. So I picked it up at the Harley Davidson dealership 5 years ago. I bought it because at the time I was in Connecticut, and in the cold I wanted to have something that would cover my face. I like to ride as much as possible, so I got a full face modular. This thing, you know, it's got the real typical, the drop down visor modular. I bought the chin skirt. It was like another $20, whatever. Bought that again for the cold weather. Then I moved down to North Carolina, so I ended up wearing this a lot. I had my Cardo system mounted on this. It's pretty decent. I've done a couple long distance 9-10 hour rides with this thing, and the Cardo system. It was okay. The volume sound, the Cardo volume was, I had it maxed out the whole time. So I definitely got a lot of road noise, but it did the trick. I mean, it kept me warm, you know, for the way I wanted it. Relatively comfortable. It's a little bit small for my head. This is a 2XL. I got a big dome piece, and after about probably 2 hours, I started to get a pretty bad headache. That was my trip to Florida. I actually, as soon as I got to Florida, I dropped the helmet because I just couldn't wear it anymore. It was getting to the point where I just couldn't. My head was hurt so bad from having this thing crushed into my head. Aside from that, aside from the fit, I'm a real big fan of this one. I liked it a lot. One thing that I do all the time, flip up the visor and then flip up the jaw. Why are we not focused here? So I used to ride around like this a lot because I would just pick up the visor first and then the jaw. Yeah, decent helmet. I think I paid right around $200 for it when I bought it. It's over 5 years old, and it's been through some stuff. As you can see, it's been worn out. I've never wrecked in it, but you know, never really been gentle with it. Next thing I went to was the Scorpion Covert X. This thing was pretty sick when I saw it. It's a lot lighter than the modular helmet. This piece comes off, so you can make it to a half helmet or whatever you call it. And then this skirt actually comes off too. I've never taken that off. It's not really something I was interested in. Be too big for a beanie helmet anyway. I do have a Crazy Al's beanie helmet. I almost never wear them. I hate the chin strap. So obviously we're not talking about that one. We're talking about full size helmet. So this one has a ton of wind noise and road noise. I've got a fairing on the front of my bike. I've got a 2012 Wide Glide with a fairing on the front of it, so I got a lot of wind in the chest that goes up against the chin, and this gets all of it. This thing is, I mean, you know, my chin's here, so this is all wide open. I put my Cardo system in this. Not great. I could not hear hardly anything. I actually took this helmet with me to Texas. I rode to Texas in this helmet from my house, and that was a mistake. Again, because the wind here, and I think this is a little bit bigger helmet. The sizing is quite a bit different across the across the brands, as I'm sure you're aware. This one actually lifted off of my head when I would hit highway speeds. Let's just call it that for now. So that was pretty annoying. That was actually before I had the fairing. Now that I have the fairing, it's just really aggressive wind in the face. It doesn't lift up as much, and I don't really get any. I don't get too much buffeting from the wind, but not a bad helmet overall. For it was cheap. It was like 130 bucks. Not that expensive. It looks cool. For quick rips around town, probably great. But honestly, this is like a backup helmet for me. I don't think I'll pull this one out to put on ever again, unless I need to. Right? It's not going to be a first grab. I did, like I said, I had the Cardo system in there. It was okay. Just nothing. Yeah, I wasn't too crazy about it. Honestly, kind of regret buying this helmet. And then the real reason why we're doing this is the Simpson Mod Bandit. This guy, I mean, I obviously everybody, all the Dyna Bros wear Simpsons, the Bandits, and all the other different versions that they got. As you can tell, I'm a huge fan of modular helmets. This was huge for me. I picked this up for a couple of reasons. One, because I knew um, my Harley helmet was going out. It's like I said, almost 6 years old, so it was time to replace it. I don't mind pushing some things past their expiration date, but that's not one of them. So did a lot of research, saw a ton of videos talking about how loud this was, how it felt kind of cheesy or cheap, low quality build kind of thing. Saw a bunch of videos that said the exact opposite. It wasn't that loud. They didn't have a problem with their music, blah, blah, blah. The list goes on, right? So I ended up grabbing the Hellfire Edition. Obviously, that's what the lightning bolts are for. Honestly, I love the helmet. It fits great. It wears great. It rides great. It is a little bit noisy, but interestingly enough, I could hear my music perfectly fine. It wasn't any different than any of the other. Well, actually, it was better than the Scorpion. Roughly the same as the Harley Davidson. I actually just recently upgraded the speaker pods for my Cardo system. I got the JBL kit, and that is a huge difference. That's literally a game changer. I don't have any issues hearing anything whatsoever. Um, it looks cool, sounds cool. It's light, super light. I rode it, like I said, I did 1,800 miles on it about a month ago. I did 8 hours day one. Didn't bother my neck, didn't bother my head. Didn't have a headache. None of the issues that I had experienced before with any of the other helmets. So that was a huge plus. Um, as I mentioned on the Harley helmet, I like to flip up the visor and then sometimes do the bottom piece. You can't do that with this. That's probably my biggest one of my biggest complaints is it just for whatever reason when the visor's up, um, it catches on something up here. I don't know what it is. I quit doing it because I did it the first time on the motorcycle. Did it a couple times after, so I'm trying to knock that off and not do it anymore. Um, but yeah, that's kind of the one downside. I do have the pin lock in here. Love the pin lock. It's great. It's the first helmet I've ever actually put a pin lock in. Highly recommend it. Again, the JBL update for the Cardo. Um, looks good, feels good, rides good. It's great. Downside, big problem. Actually, I should take this off so you can see exactly what we're dealing with here. I rode this the first day, first 2 days, no issues, and then get through Nashville. I'm literally stopped at the Harley dealership in Nashville for a quick t-shirt. Got to grab a t-shirt and a couple poker chips for the kids. It's like my routine when I go travel. I pick up that's the souvenirs instead of getting them anything crazy. I'll just get poker chips from the nearest Harley dealership. So stop to get their poker chips and then back on the road. Next thing I know, all right, this is making me look like a retard. Maybe that's why. Anyway, next thing I know, my visor literally comes off. It's hanging off by this clip. This clip's off. I'm on the interstate. Fortunately, we were in traffic, so we weren't going too fast. So there we go. That was That was a very interesting experience. So, long story short, this was my solution, my interim solution to get me home. I was still 800 miles from the house. Still had another 2 days of riding. Made it really difficult. I obviously I had the mirror lens. I bought the clear lens to go with it so I could do night riding and not worry about it. Obviously wasn't an option with this in the condition that it was in. I was not in a good place. I was heated when this happened again. I just spent $500, $500 plus on a helmet, wear it for 4 days, and it's already broken. That's a problem for me. So, whatever. Ended up getting home. Got home on a Saturday. Called him Monday. Simpson, and I think honestly, I think people should be talking about this because this is something that should be known, right? As soon as I got a hold of Simpson, they're like, "Yeah, we know it's a problem. We've got 600 of them on back order. They'll be here as soon as we can, and we're going to ship them out." Like that, I mean, you should probably somebody should say something about that, right? Like, does nobody else know this? Am I the only one who's can't be the only one who's experienced? But all of the videos that I watched about the Mod Bandit, nobody said a word about it. So, but Simpson knows it's a problem. So that was kind of a red flag for me. I mean, it was definitely a red flag. But as happy as I was with the helmet, I wanted to give them the ability to kind of make it right before, um, you know, getting too upset and scrapping the whole thing, moving on, that sort of thing. So I called them. They sent me new ones. I got a pack of two. They were on back order at the time. I think it probably took 3 weeks before I got them, but it was super simple. I'm really happy that they sent them to me. Obviously, it fixed it. I actually left this tape on here so that I could show you guys what it looked like when I took the video. But I've had the clips for probably 2 weeks now, a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I've been riding with it so it doesn't come up again. One other downside that I forgot about, and this may just be me, I'm not sure, but this is the only lock on here. Interestingly enough, the Harley helmet didn't have a shield lock at all, but this little tab clips over that hook, and it's supposed to stay down. When I took the chin skirt off of this, because it comes with the chin skirt automatically, or already installed, I took the chin skirt off of this because it was hot. I wanted to get more airflow, which it has great airflow already. Just wanted a little bit more. I'm telling you, I felt like I was baking. So took the chin skirt off, and then my visor started flipping up on its own. I think that's what caused the break, or maybe the broken clip is what caused the visor. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I really don't know. Um, that was super frustrating though, having that thing flip up. So I put the chin skirt back on. I'm semi okay with the visor flipping up because again, the fairing that I have on my Harley, it puts a lot of wind up under the bottom of my helmet. So as long as I can keep it from flipping up when I have the visor, when I have the chin strap or the chin skirt on, I think I'm willing to accept it. Call it a day. It is what it is. Not everything's perfect. They didn't build the helmet for my bike, kind of thing. Um, Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should be more upset about it because it's a $500 plus helmet. But honestly, I really like it, and I'll deal with it. That's a problem that I'm willing to accept. Um, so bear with me real quick while I pull this off, and then we can get the do the clip install real quick and show you what it looks like all cleaned up. I actually on the road I took this screw out and wrapped this electrical tape around the jaw piece so that it would stay. So that was the only way I was comfortable getting back from Nashville to North Carolina. All right. So this is closed. Nice and tight. Again, great fitting helmet. Love it. Oh, the other thing I did, it does come with a sunshade, a built-in sunshade. You can see right here. Where's that? See that coming down? I took it out though. I don't like them. I hate them, actually. I really hate them. So I took it out. I've never used them. This is the pin lock shield. Um, yeah. Anyway, this back on. This is supposed to be super simple and super easy, and it's what everybody talked about on all of their videos. So we will do exactly that. Put it in like this. Close. Okay, that was easy. Let's see if this one's just as easy. Where's this wrong side? Open. This is the wrong side. Maybe that's what I did wrong. Probably go get the other one. Actually, I think I will go get the other one out. It didn't look like there was a left and a right, but it appears that there is. So let me go get the kit. The other one, put that together. Right. Actually, very important piece of information to pay attention to is, probably can't see it. Damn, there it is. Let's see if we'll focus on it. See the O and the C, open and close. They're reverse of each other, so they do matter. That matters because if you look at this here, see the fatter side, this side here, to the back, that one. This piece goes into it. So you line that up with a hole, just like that, clip it in. Nice and, it's not tight by any means. It's snug, but it's still, get a little bit of, let's see if I can do this, a little bit of flex here. All right, doesn't take any pressure to do that. So hopefully, I don't know, we'll see what it looks like. Again, I love wearing the helmet. I love riding in it. It's super comfortable. Plenty of breeze. These vents close. These vents here close. So you'll feel them on your face. Another thing I saw in a ton of these videos, everybody's talking about these vents here. Like, oh, I can't feel them on my face. I can't feel them on my face. No shit. That's what they're for. They're to keep your visor from fogging up, right? Obviously, I have the pin lock shield, so it's not that big of a deal. But you're never going to feel these vents on your face because they come up here into these clamshells or whatever they call these to go directly at your visor so that it keeps it from smoking up, fogging up. These vents, though, on the side work. They're the open and close is different than a up is open, down is closed. That caught me off guard. I thought it was going to be the other way around. See that little? Look at that little light right there. Close, open, down, up. Those are huge. Loved them. Great to ride in. Definitely helped. Creates a negative pressure back here. 100% can feel the air moving through the helmet when I'm riding. There was a point in my ride where, I mean, it felt like it was 100 degrees, but probably not. It was probably like 90s, high 90s. I'd just come out of the mountains, so it was a little cool. It cooled off a little bit, and then I hit like a, I don't know, wherever I was. I want to say I was cutting through Virginia, or I might have already been in West Virginia, but it was hot. And having those vents, breathing like that, I made sure they were open. Everything was going. Honestly, I felt great. It was perfect. So again, overall, the Simpson Mod Bandit, I couldn't even put it on a scale because I don't really rate things like that. But I would very definitely recommend that if you're looking for one, buy one. Looking at where this is catching right here. Whatever it is. Oh, it looks like it's catching on the side of the helmet. Yeah, so that's the other thing. Make sure this is down before you lift the visor up. The visor does have a lock, which I forgot about. Never really used it, so you can't shut it. Um, but yeah, it's good. It's great. Great helmet. I might get the clear lens to put in here. The inner shield. so that I don't have to swap out a night clear lens for my actual visor. But again, I don't like them. I don't like how they feel. I got a big nose, so they always hit my nose. Blah blah blah, like a million reasons. I don't think I will. If I get bored one day, maybe, but probably not. So yeah, that's the review on helmets in general, I guess. Specifically the Mod Bandit from Simpson. And I guess slight touch on the Cardo Spirit. I've got the Cardo Spirit. It's nothing crazy. It was the cheapest one I could find at the time. I got a 2-pack for me and my wife. I put one in her helmet. She has an LS2 helmet. I mean, I could do a whole nother story on her helmets because she's got she's had trouble finding helmets. So anyway, that's that. I'm doing a trip here in October, riding up to Nashville. Probably going to record most of it. I'm working on. I didn't take a ton of video of the last ride that I did. I hit the tail of the dragon for the first time coming back. Um, so I'll try to put that video together, get that back up, and then you guys can see this on the road. Um, and then hopefully I'll do one for my trip to Nashville. It's a work trip, but I'm taking the bike, so that should be fun. And yeah, I got plans for more videos. So if get enough traction, if I can get something rolling, I'm all about putting out more videos, and I do a lot of crazy stuff. So you might get to see some of it.